Team Laos, and we know that this is the classic 1-2 punch. I think Myanmar will now consider another core, and they go Thams instead.
I think,
Yep.
I think this is a good opening for Myanmar. Both of the teams, even Laos, went for a safe type of first base picks. The Esmeralda and the Thams, it will secure you your lane control, right? Because both of these guys are bullies in the lane. They can sometimes steal a crab coin or an objective. They can even pull off the cut, the crypt cut in the middle part of the bottom and the top lane. So yeah, these are good picks for Myanmar. I think they're kind of like setting up something here, trying to test the waters here on what Laos will pick.
Yeah. So I think that as a result, this could mean that Myanmar will just go for their marksmen in the latter stages, or at least their core picks, which also tells us that Laos can ban out another imported, or at least the most picked marksman. Like for example, why not ban up the carry at this point?
Yeah.
So that the side of Team Myanmar will lack in terms of their hyper carry, which watching previous games, I think we found out that they really want these hyper carries. Like they're playing as such, and there's the Lancelot ban.
There you go.
Really smartly banned here from Team Laos.
Yeah, like what you've said, man, hyper carries are the way for Team Myanmar. I kind of feel that Kimmy is good here for the side of Team Laos. The Joed and the Valir just provide so much space for the Kimmy to land the energy transformation bullets onto the Esmeralda and the Thams. So I'm suggesting the Kimmy here, but yeah, it's really up to Laos. Because the carry is still open, the Bruno is still open. There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, they will now go for the late game wombo combo type of composition with the Atlas and the carry.
This looks like a really good draft from Team Laos right now. With the Atlas, there's the control, there's damage output as well. If they go execute Uranus, it will totally make sense against the Thams, against the Esmeralda as well. Myanmar, I think the choices for them are so little at this point. Maybe they will go Helkert instead, or Bruno will make sense. But I think this is not like the absolute best lineup for them. But it makes sense. It makes sense to go for the Bruno instead of the Helkert or something like that. But that also means that if you pick up the Helkert instead of the Bruno, it somehow makes sense as well. So this is Myanmar saying that we are now picking our weapon, and instead of going for that dagger, we go for what do you call this? The ball, the soccer ball. Instead of a dagger, we go for a soccer ball.
Yeah, the soccer ball. Yeah, man, I
do get it. Like if the conditions are right for the Bruno, can be able to farm. We'll see. Again, it's gonna be dependent on how they are able to farm this out. Oops. As we now head into the game, man, Gene.
There you go.
Team Laos versus Team Myanmar. It's gonna be the carry versus the Bruno show. And so far in the middle already, the bouncing ball has been committed. This means that when it comes to wave clear, it's going to favor Team Laos at this point. You have to be always careful on how you preserve your skills so that you'll be able to get the farm in the middle. It's always the case of contention for most teams.
Yeah, man. Interesting choice of spells here for Team Myanmar. They want to dodge the fatal links from the Atlas with the 4 purifies. But as I say this, there's an off-cam kill somewhere in the map. Team Myanmar, they were able to get one. I think it was the Jawhead there in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Nice outplay from the Thams, Royal Milk.
Whew. Oh. All right.
Yep.
There you are. I thought I lost you, man, Gene. You all of a sudden just
sorry.
stopped speaking. I thought. Well, anyways, we're seeing that now. Some variation of the funnel strategy from both teams. Bottom lane, there is shut up on the Jawhead, who actually did not start with with a wooden mask, while on the other end, it's just a 2 mask setup. least for Team Myanmar. So we can see some differences when it comes to like the overall experience and the gold, particularly a little bit more on the side of Team Myanmar, but that's only because they were able to get a kill up top. So this means that sometimes the mask strategies work, but it's more often on how you execute it. Like for example, bottom lane, because there's no mask available for this Jawhead, the level of the Tams is much higher as compared to the Jawhead.
Yeah, it really depends on who controls who in the early stages of the game. But speaking of control, that is a jump coming from Sam, and Peters will fall due to the fact that the Esmeralda is just too tanky, and Sham will proc that Stardust stance to actually get out, and that will be 3 kills for Team Myanmar. I think, man, the one thing to take note here for Team Myanmar is they have the vision control because of Hiccup with this Popol and Koopa. Still, this is just one tough hero to beat, especially in the mid stages, where you have this traps and you have this extra unit with you to be a sacrificial lamb.
Yep. But here comes the dive, but a good punish coming out from Shut Up on the Jawhead. Making sure that they shut down Royal Milk, the Thams, which means that they will get at least a kill now in the early stage of the game. One thing that we have not talked about yet is this Bruno is actually having so much farm right now, so much time in the side lanes, already with 1.9k compared to 1.7k of this carry. So that's important lead that they had. Now they catch Dream right now, but Dream will be able to run away. And comes the Atlas, some pressure and some damage coming out from the Bruno. The Fatal Lynx is there, but as well as Bruno's damage. Those critical balls really hurt right now. Sham though.
The nice balls of fire.
But it's not going to be enough as they are able to get away. But the turtle will be taken by the Bruno.
Yeah, man, I think those are the great balls of fire.
The great balls of fire.
From Yellow Flash. Yeah, and dude, one thing I like about the Bruno pick is that you can actually push back the Atlas whenever he goes for the Fatal Lynx initiation. Because you can actually see it like coming from a distance. If he pops the double team, the squid, if he goes for the squid initiation, you can just easily go for the wave of the world, and it will knock back the Atlas, and that's an instant disengage coming in from Team Myanmar. But meanwhile, Royal Milk in trouble here in the bottom side. Nice pick up there from Team Laos.
They were able to get that turret though, so that's Tam sacrificing his life for a turret take. While onto the bottom, some pressure by Chon as well as this Atlas. The getaway as well. But while this is happening, the objectives really are favoring Team Myanmar right now. You can see that top lane, there's the turret push coming out from Yellow Flash. Beautiful name for this Bruno.
It's like Super Sentai. Yellow Flash!
But actually, man, do you know that Yellow Flash is Naruto's dad?
Oh, really? Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
I hope I'm correct, actually. But I know that he's called the Yellow Flash because his hair is yellow and he's so quick.
Yeah, he's so flashy, right?
So flashy. That's right.
Yeah. All right. So shout out to our Naruto fans there. But this is not Naruto. This is Mobile Legends. Sham now falling low. Half health. DK goes for Tyrant's Revenge. But Chun is here. Pops the speeding light will. But the dog is here to save the day. And no casualties whatsoever for Team Myanmar. Meanwhile, they're now wrecking havoc in the mid lane. Shun will pop up that Purify to survive. But his ally won't, as Dream will die in the hands of Royal Milk. Team Myanmar now dominating this mid lane and now taking control of the game.
Okay, so at least that's one thing that's in favor of Team Laos for a bit. But because of the fact that the objectives are really in favoring Team Myanmar now with 3 turrets and contention to the turtle at this point, it's looking harder for Team Laos to move up in the economic battle that we have right now. And we were talking about how important it is to get the farm on the carry, and that's not happening right now. Well, they do get the farm the carry, but the thing is they're not stopping the farm on the Bruno, who's just constantly farming at this point. Now onto the bottom lane, they're able to dive and take out the Shut Up Jawhead. in here. Oh, okay. Did you see that though? Nice dodge
Nice
from
dodge.
Dream.
You know what? The concussive blast is so good on the Kufra right now. It gives them extra proc of damage. So sometimes what Kufra players do is that they just go for the bouncing ball. But speaking of bouncing ball, there you go. That is the hug from the Kufra plus a double kill from Yellow Flash. That's so flashy. Now Team Myanmar, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bruno. The Bruno damage is just too real for Team Laos to handle. Killing spree. There you go. Keep the flames burning. The fire is now burning on the dance floor. Sham, sham, sham. Too confident here in the base of Team Laos. Kind of a little bit of sour moves there for Sham, 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 but it's okay because the plan was to give Yellow Flash the opportunity to take this free tower in the top lane.
Sour moves indeed, but the push in the middle. It seems like Team Laos are to be able to defend the middle, but not their top lane where the inhibitor was at. They were able to punish Samsung Salmon the Esmeralda, but not totally because the push still commenced from the Bruno. Onto the bottom, they kind of want to go on the stamps. Nice flicker, some sidestep coming out from Royal Milk as Hiccup. And the rest of the gang are actually preparing for a jump. They will not push through though. By the way, Manjin, we still have the third turtle. It's way too early, but the lead for Myanmar is already massive. Nice usage of the Purify in there, coming out from the Uranus, so that he will not be clapped by that Kufra, but they are still taking over the map. Look at the map now, Manjin, it's all red as Myanmar is taking over so much real estate at this point.
Yeah. And man, Royal Milk just drinking all of his calcium here in the bottom side, just dominating this lane. There you go. Bruno, Yellow Flash is now unstoppable. That is the proc of the Halberg 2 coming in from Hiccup. Good item choice there to counter the Uranus. This is just good decision making for Team Myanmar Wolf. They're not really forcing any team fights. They're just playing with the objectives and getting it all done. Team Myanmar now getting the mid lane tower, and Shun not enough damage to counter this. There you go. Nice Tyrant's Rage there for DK. And man, Team Myanmar, I think this is now the beginning of the end, Wolf.
It is. It seems like it is the beginning of the end now for Team Lao. Jump from Esmeralda, gonna miss the mark. Where's the Fatal Link? Still not intact though. They are getting punished. They're getting beat down. Team Myanmar are diving and they take out the Atlas. They also took down the turret in the bottom lane. That's the inhibitor down. And Team Laos, they're finding it hard to defend. Look at the Kufra just jumping, but they don't care at all. They don't even need stuns at this point.
Yep.
The Star Moon with the jump. They're so brave right now, even under the base of the jump coming out from the Kufra. Catches one to the Tyrant's Rage. Where's the damage though? There's the punishment of the Kufra, but Team Myanmar will win this nonetheless. Game 1 in